same for the boys' room. I keep saying the boys. The son's bottom bed. And I'll spend ages just putting in some clutter. I'm not a big clutter person in the game or in life, but putting in personalized touches that the Sims will never be able to use. But it's very awesome when it shows up in the background of a screenshot. Burp, burp. I'm wondering now, I'm thinking. I'm going to put this outside because I want to remember it and keep an eye on it because I think it might be good for something. I'm glad that they've done really well with the pets. And another reason why I'm not playing The Sims 4, I mean, there's all that content and all that, but when I think about paying for the entire game, all the expansions and stuff packs, because I wouldn't want to play without them, and then trying to get caught up on this custom content, I just get really overwhelmed, to be absolutely honest, because they've got quite a racket going, and I don't know how much it would cost. Somebody added up how much it would cost to buy all of the stuff packs and expansion packs for The Sims 3, and it was somewhere around $400, and I was just like, I don't know. When I think about it, there's not enough that makes me go, God, yes, to go through the trouble and the expense. Also, when they stopped producing for The Sims 2, I felt a sense of relief. Because I didn't have to go through the whole updating all my content every 6 months, make sure everything... They actually made it feel stressful, and I'm just not into the stress. What I'm looking for is like a pile of short books. Those are great, but much too large. Or, because I kind of feel like, that's it. Look at that book. Look at that. It's a dragon book. It is a mesh made by Lethe_S as in Sam for the Dark Project, which was a project on Mod The Sims 2. It's all still available, so that's where you can get that from. The one thing that I feel with what you're saying, Chocolate, about not wanting objectives, is that I felt like they tried too hard to make the Sims series into a game, and I have never felt like it was a game. I've always felt like it was a creativity tool. And the fact that they tried to make it into this game experience really bothered me. Hey! Did you just take my bed? I hate when that happens. So that I would spend a lot of time modding out all those things that they did to try, because the game developers did not understand what it was that appealed to so many of us. So they just made it into this game, and I don't want a game. I want a tool to tell stories. That's what I'm here for. Because I feel like maybe one son is more neat and organized and one son is just into reading. It's nice to have the objectives as a choice. However, not at the loss of all the incredible opportunities for story creation. Yeah. I think that once a developer understands how to make a really good story creation tool, I know that there are some things like Second Life and things like that, but a really good story creation tool, they'd just be a millionaire. All right, you're driving me nuts. All right, let's see if I can find... I'm going to go into statues here and see if I can find some books that will fit in my little impromptu bookshelf. Divinity Original Sin is something that I wanted to try and play with you guys, but I understand that you can only do it with 2 players. Can't get around this door. Okay, so this one is actually going to matter that I pick an OMSP that fits the level. So I'm going to head over here to surfaces and I'm going to start just grabbing one and seeing until I find one that works. More or less. Oop. Let's try 6. Sometimes you have to go through all of them before you find the one that... 6 is our go-to one. And that shall do. It's like they didn't trust us to have enough of imagination to come up with our own objectives. And that irritates me. But, you know, you never know. I might give it a try and be like, okay. I mean, I did play The Sims 4. But it was so hard to make a good Let's Play out of that. I just said, nope. And I wrote a video. I mean, I recorded a video explaining why I was not on board. Okay, so we now have a nice little area here for sleepage. And right here, I'd like to put so I may have missed the answer, but how often does Mara stream? And has she moved on mostly to live streaming? I can see why now, why people are doing that. Why people are moving on mostly to live streaming. Because you can get a lot of content out of it. It's less work with editing and all that kind of stuff in a way. And it's very enjoyable. So I can see why. Alright, this love seed isn't cutting the mustard. Those flashy blue objects where the textures just don't load. Yeah. I agree, Ralphus. The demonetization has driven a lot of people to other options. Okay, so I would like a kind of funky couch love seat type thing. looks like it would be work well in a, yep, something like this or that. Yeah, I've had my videos demonetized and I'm like, really? Really, YouTube? I've got one of the cleanest channels. Now, I have, I do notice that they will... I wonder if I can get something kind of purplish. Not that type of purple. That really is the best thing I have. I think that's what I ended up using last time, to be honest. Because that was what I was looking for. Something that felt sort of what I was picturing in my mind. Made out of wood, not very fancy, that kind of thing. And then over here goes... I could understand YouTube's point that advertisers want their products to be presented before videos that are not some of the pretty trashy stuff you can see on YouTube, find on YouTube. But as usual, they went about it with a really heavy hammer. All right, let's bring this stove over. And I've never used this stove before, so it was good to find a place that I could finally use it. It's going to be the purple in this space, which is slightly different than the color I chose over here. Which means I really want to create a visual tie. I have 12 gigs and it takes mine about 25 minutes, I guess, is how long we listen to Mr. Jessa. Maybe 20? As you can see, I'm refusing to actually count because I can't deal with the drama. So I want to create a visual loop between these two areas here. And I can do that through carpeting and the table and counters. So I'm going to go for the same counter set because I love it. Let's see if we... Okay. Although that automatically turning when I play something drives me so nuts that I might buy Sims 4, or I've already bought it, but, you know, start updating it just to get rid of that. That's awful. It's so awful. It's so awful. It's so annoying. So is this the dishwasher I just did? It is. Yep, that's what I thought. I just had a moment of going, you know what? I don't think that's what I was going for. There we go. So we spent all this time picking lovely drawers, and then I was very sad to realize that we weren't going to see them, at least for this kitchen. But look at those drawers. Look at that. So quality. stove over a fridge. I have not gone mad, Ralph. Absolutely not. I'm perfectly sane. Not really. But, yeah, in order to get a completely functional kitchen with only 2 counters, that's the way you do it. And this is a stove top. It functions as a stove, but the stove doesn't actually show up. Welcome back, Angie. So let's see what we can do, first of all, to find some different counters in the same sort of wood. And remember this? This is the counter I was going on and on. Let's try that again. See this? Isn't that awesome? Such detail. I'm very, very in awe of this. Once again, this is from Fiendwald. Go over there and grab everything you can. That's not any like statement as to closing. It's the site closing. I don't think they're gonna close. But you know, you never know. So go grab everything you can. Okay, so we're gonna go for blue on this one, I think, because I don't think there's any kind of purplish. Which would be, oh, you know what? Actually, okay. So I was saying let's build a tie. Looks like Joe is going to explain before I can. The fridge is placed into the counter. You know, Ralph, you'll find out how it works in just a minute because I'm about to do it. So I'm going to see if I can create kind of a purple blend. Let's see if they have anything purple. Here, she has a lot of colors, so it's possible. Or a wood with a purplish kind of tint. I love this color. It doesn't quite match. It doesn't have enough red. She's got a lot of countertops here. So I'm just going to go down to the end of the list. Wow, she's got a lot of countertops. Crap. And you know what? I still don't have enough. Not gonna lie. Okay, so we might be here for a while. A lot of there's a possibility. Here's some blues. That was kind of a oh, isn't that pretty? Wow, look at that. That's gorgeous. It's not quite the colors I'm going for, but boy, that is very pretty. In fact, I like that so much that I might keep it and just change the stove to match. But I'm gonna go look at the rest of them. Oh, that's lovely too. Wow, her textures are amazing. These are all excellent, excellently done. That's the one we saw in the front already. And then this is the kind of bluish. So this is what I was thinking about, was a kind of purple tie between. That ties the room together. You know, Ralph, I have to remember, but I think they will put food here, but it doesn't bother me. They'll put it here too. So if they put it here because it's only got 2 burners, that they usually just put in the middle. It doesn't bother me, The Sims. So, but what I think I'm going to do is go back and take a look just to make sure at that other pattern that I like so much. And let me zoom in. That pattern was so excellent that I might just change out my, yeah, that is really, really nice. And to my eye and to my amazement, this works with this window. I don't know how it works, but it does. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go with this just because it's so awesome. Oh, oh, I see. Ralph, you are thinking very intelligently. The reason why I'm not doing that is because this is a dishwasher. So I don't want to put the hob on the dishwasher. And I think that they would not be able to use that. That's why. This is the only way that I found that it works. Yeah, no, it's a dishwasher so that I can get away with not having a sink in here. And they won't have, if I didn't have a sink in here, like this way, if I had a sink, of course they couldn't use it as a counter. The dishwasher allows them to clean up the dishes without having to walk all the way to the outhouse to clean the dishes. That's why. Okay, so for the front of this, let's see what we can do. That was the wrong thing. I was going to click on here. You know, you wouldn't. In real life, they'd be able to, you know, yeah, use things that are a lot smarter. Absolutely. I totally agree with you. In The Sims, I'm just amazed that it works in the first place, to be absolutely honest. Man, these textures are amazing. I'm considering the wood of the window above of it while I'm trying to pick wood here. That's the best possibility I've seen so far. Ralph, if you find another way to get it to work, in a gypsy caravan like this, brother, more power to you, and let me know how you did it. So some of these are glass fronted, which is cool. Not that it's going to matter, because we won't be able to see it, but still. Oh, look at that. That works very well. That purple. That works very well. I don't know how it works, but it works. I mean, I'm clashing a lot of colors here and taking a lot of chances. But you know what? It's Christmas Eve and I'm feeling crazy. I'm just like, what the heck? I don't care. I'll just live wild. Now, you guys, I must insist nobody make Ralph feel too young, because he isn't. We won't go the mommy routine on him. So what do you guys think about that? It's kind of crazy, but I think it might work, but I could be blind, so somebody let me know. Heather, I wish you'd be my sassy aunt. So what do you guys think? I love it. They're not paying any attention to me. They're having a conversation over here on their own. Hi, MJ. Yay. You do? Okay, so MJ thinks it looks great. So everybody else, I'm like, okay, fine. Yeah, I'm not sure if this works. I think it does, but I'm not sure. What do you think, Celeste? You've got a good eye. Your decorating style is amazing. Natasha, I will gladly adopt you. So Ralph is not liking the tile, which is my favorite part. I'm not sure if it works with the windows, but it definitely looks gypsy caravan-y. Right back at you, Natasha. Is it too much purple? I was wondering about that. This works, but I was thinking it might be a bit too much purple. There's a lot of purple going on. I agree. Okay. Back to the drawing board. Yeah, it's a little... Okay, so we're getting some disagreement. Some people are like, it's too much flour with the windows. And... yeah, I kind of agree, but I kind of don't. So let's see what we can find that we can... Those windows. By the way, Joe, I'm very sorry that I was unable to get to the windows in time. This one might... You know, it just occurred to me again that we're spending a lot of time on something that we're not going to see really, except from the side. I just remembered that. So, you know what? I'm not going to stress myself on this one. I'm gonna go with the purple because we're not actually going to see it, the purple. I'm like, but is it too much purple? I don't know. Is it purpley but not purple enough purple? Yeah, you know what I'll do is I'm going to leave it, and then if I come back to the lot and I go, whoa, what was I thinking? Then I'll just know. All right, so at this point, we're going to put a... Because honestly, if I hadn't remembered that, I would have sat there for an hour trying to find the perfect combination, even up to and including changing the floor color. Before I went, wait a minute. I'm not going to see this. No one's gonna see this because we're about to stick a fridge in here. that sneezing thing again. I'm talking to my husband. I think he's got allergies, Boo. He's been doing that snorting thing. Come look in his nose. You know what? My husband loves me enough that he'll actually come up here and maybe not look at his nose, but he will actually look him over. Because I get very worried if the cats show any signs of being ill. I don't know if you just heard it on microphone, but he was just sneezing. I was saying, Boo, that Luke is doing that sneezing thing and those allergies. And he keeps going like this. Like he got something stuck in his nose. Come up here and look at him. Here he comes. Husband of the year right there. Right there, you see? That's why this man is banking husband of the year 5 years running. He was doing this and he was snotting all over, and he did it before the live stream, and then he just did it now. Yeah. He's actually looking in the cat's nose. Yeah, but it could mean they're sick, Ralph. Thank you, Boo. It has been going off and on for about 3 weeks, Angie, but he has not gone off his feed. I watched them so carefully. We did give him a new kitty litter that had a strong scent to it. Clumps very well, but it has a strong scent. And I was thinking it might be that, so I'm gonna change his kitty litter and then see if it continues. Oh goodness, that's not the right look. Yeah, that's what I thought, is that it might be getting up his nose. So I'm going to change it out, and hopefully that will fix the problem. Ralph just asked me how often I dust the house. The honest truth is that we have a robotic vacuum cleaner, and it runs a couple times a week, upstairs and downstairs. So that was a lot of trouble for some counters. I'm gonna admit it. And it means that I'm no longer feeling this purple. So I think we're gonna go with something else. Maybe just a plain old black and gold. Oh, this actually works. It matches with the yeah. And the good thing is that vacuum cleaner gets in all the corners, and it gets underneath the bed. That's a big thing for me. There's no dust under our bed, thank goodness. All right, we are moving along. Now, the next thing is the dining room chair and tables. Good, I'm glad, Chocolate. Did you finish cooking? And hey, Chocolate, why is your name Chocolate City Sims? Like, did you make a city name out of chocolate in your Sims game? And if you did, how come you didn't share it with all of us? It's just called Chocolate City just because you just like it. you know, or is there like a historical significance? Oh, economy. Oh, the main economy is a chocolate factory. Oh, that's cool. So